Hey guys, what's up? I'm Kelly Lynne D'Angelo, your dungeon master. I would love for you guys to use the hashtag GGG broadcast to offer up a name of an NPC, and you just might see them in this story. I absolutely would love to bring in some of your inventiveness. Welcome to Girls Guts Glory,
the broadcast.
Previously on the broadcast.
I'm happy to hear you're happy. I'm saying that.
Heddy, can you do something? Heddy, please?
As he stops dancing, and there is pandemonium.
You finally will kill his language, immature the drugs and terror, relaxing, kissing boils, only kind of following the rules.
Heddy stops dancing, and it is chaos. It is complete pandemonium as there's just flashes of what you can see. Starla, you're short and everybody here is taller, and you hear sounds from another world. You hear slaughtering, you hear laughter, you hear tears, you hear crying. It's crazy. It's chaos. And Heddy quickly jumps off the table and grabs your hand and starts to run out with you. Your head looks back in the direction of your friends, and you're noticing with a very quick glance that all of them seem to be turned away in discussion, almost laughing with some of the creatures. They seem to be totally unaware of the sounds or the things happening behind them. They're not looking and seeing what's going, but you see flashes of just panic. But one by one, you hear it starting to calm down, and you don't exactly know why, because Heddy just grabs your hand, tries for the door, but there's so many kids who are trying to go for the door, but it's completely blocked off. There's some sort of person there or sort of property, and nobody is able to get out the door. It's like trying to leave a concert when something fires on the inside.
Well, fuck.
As this is happening, very quickly, Heddy looks around, and he sees a vent not too far away. Something that looks like maybe it lets in air from the outside. The two of you being very tiny people, he kind of looks to you, goes over, kicks it open with one of his hooves and says, go.
All right.
Well, don't worry. We'll figure it out. Come on. Oh, my dancing. And the two of you guys just slowly start to crawl away. You start to weave through a lesser known sort of internal air vent, essentially. It leads up and down and around. You have a feeling that you can see the top of the hallways and kind of where the wind tunnels let in air into the dorms. But even so, you're crawling, and it seems like nobody knows on the outside as you're peeking into the halls what's happening on the inside. The music's still pumping and thumping. There's still tons of kids outside partying without any understanding of what's happening inside of the very exclusive dorm experience right now, this party, this chaos. It takes a few more minutes as you guys are walking through the halls, and he hops out in a corner that you guys feel is at least dark enough, probably a solid 80 to 100 feet away from the party, but at least here the party and the outside party that's trickled into the main hall, it's not as chaotic. So you guys are able to kind of hide in the shadows nearby a very large statue as he kind of whispers to you, and he goes, okay, so I am happy I'm not dancing anymore. I'm very tired. Just so you know. That was horrifying.
You're telling me I just saw my friends attack each other and then try and attack us?
I don't know how that happened. Every party I go to is usually a fun time. That was not as fun.
No, this was not fun.
No.
And Celine is down?
She looked very ill. Your friend. Do you know anybody who could help us? Anybody who, it's just the two of us right now. I don't know how to take care of that.
I don't have any spells. I don't have anything, but our friend Lettie is down in the catacombs with our friend, do you remember Lettie? She's the one that has all the different voices.
She's very eccentric.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the eccentric one.
I quite enjoyed her company.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She did great on the catwalk.
But she is not here with us right now. So,
Okay.
Do you know how to send a message to them, or
No, but I have legs and I can run with you.
I feel like it's pretty far, but I think I don't really know what else we can do at this point.
Okay, well then, you lead the way. And you're going to have to go through the sewer tunnels in order to make your way back. And that's a solid hours-long journey to get into the main center of town in order to get underground to where the tunnel system is.
Do I remember where Reckitt's dorm room is?
It's across the main quad. You guys are currently on one of the spokes. Have left kind of one of the long cylindrical sort of towers nearby, and it's right across the way, directly across the quad. Do you want? I'm here. If you lead the way, but whatever we need, I feel like we need to get it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe Reckitt knows how to send any sort of information.
I don't know who Reckitt is, but it sounds like he likes a good time too.
Yeah, he's kind of a scaredy cat, but it's all right. We're in a school of magic. There has to be something that will save us some time here.
Okay. Well, I'm at your beck and call. It's your decision.
Well, shit. Let's run to Reckitt real quick.
All right, so you lead the way across the hall. Actually, everybody's kind of in a party mood, even the losing team. So the somber team across the hall isn't quite as happy. This is the purple and silver team, not too far away. Ricket's kind of hanging outside of it. He's actually part of the divination school himself, but he's trying to he's not really into that whole party scene, and he's more into making friends across the board. He's he's kind of on the outside looking.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy. So you approach and you see Reckitt there, and he kind of gets a little bit nervous when he sees you running up to him. And you're not trying to stealth at all. You're going in his direction in the hallway. He catches you, and then he looks at this strange creature next to you very quizzically. And he's like, "Hey, what's going on? Are you guys all here to make fun of me again? Because I'm a scaredy
hell
cat?"
no. In fact, I would love to talk to you one-on-one right now, or two-on-one.
Okay, one second, guys. And he kind of breaks away from his little powwow of avant-garde artists and walks over to you.
Do you know how to send messages to people?
I don't know if that's in my immediate skill set. No. Why?
Do you know how to teleport?
Oh no, that's not my school. It's mostly healing, if you remember.
Yeah. Do you have anything that could? Well, actually, healing.
Oh, that's definitely something I can do. I can also make tattoos. Hey, little guy, do you want a tattoo? He's like, oh, I do.
No, but Lettie, Heddy, now's not the time. We gotta find Lettie, and Lettie's an hour away.
Oh, all right. Do you want me to come with?
Yeah. Do you know anyone who can send messages? Do you know anyone who can teleport us to get us somewhere real?
I don't know.
Fucking quick.
Teleport's pretty high level spell. I think you have to be in advanced classes for that. And honestly, with anything like that, I think all my buddies are pretty drunk right now. Everyone I know. So I don't know if they would even help us.
Are you drunk right now?
Well, drunk's
Great. Come with us.
So you kind of grab him. He's a little tipsy from what you can tell, not drunk, just tipsy and having a good time. You grab his arm. Heddy grabs his arm and he's like, "Ooh!" And you guys begin to run in the direction of where you believe Lettie to be.
Yeah.
You're going quick and you're going very fast. Some of the tunnel systems here, you know that there's creatures and there's things that are going to pop up, things that you can expect and cannot expect. So I want you to roll a quick perception check or stealth check. You know what? Let's have it be both. Stealth first and then perception.
Okay, which one? I'm mad at you. Okay, stealth and then perception? I believe stealth. Yeah, stealth is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
so
then,
you are very quiet.
Ooh, and then perception is a 21.
Okay.
So I am panicked, but I am focused AF.
Yes, the other two are not doing as well. Reckitt is keeping just quiet enough that he's just following you, but he's very confused. Occasionally you're like, shh, shh, as he tries to ask you questions as to where you're going. He's also very confused about this tunnel system that you found that connects to the main quad. He has no idea about how this even popped up, this place.
I'll explain it all later.
Heddy is definitely chatty. He is in a chatty mood. He's pretty much filling in Reckitt on everything that just happened, and he's describing it with intimate detail, mostly his voguing. But every time you shoot darts at him, he just stops. Your eyes pretty much pierce through him. He's like, sorry, just small talk. I'm scared.
I understand, but we need to be quiet right now while we're, making our way through these things and doing all this, stealth and stuff. Do you notice how I am the shadow right now?
And you, as you say that, you kind of come apart that sort of broken in, caved in section. You actually had taken a little bit of a deviation from the original path that took you up to this hall. And you're keeping your wits about you. You do hear some sort of clicking in the distance, some sort of natural creature that maybe has made its home here. So you make an immediate right instead of going left in the sound of the direction. And though you feel like you've diverted a little bit, you're just going forward quickly with your head held low, one person at a time in this crunched area, trying to make your way through. And after some time, you do hear what seems to be some sort of stirring. It is a weekend, and there is some activity happening right now in the main town center. It sounds like markets are closing up, and you can hear that just from some of the horse and carriages kind of moving through. A couple of them market stall folks giving last calls for their goods. And you take a moment and you look up, and you have a feeling that you're actually just underneath one of the main cobblestone pathways in the city center.
Okay. Do I know how to get back to the catacomb entrance?
Well, the Ogma's temple, the main temple that you guys all snuck into, the book temple, essentially, it's just in the main city center. So from this area, from the greets, you can see that temple.
Okay. I'm going to peek my head out and see if there's any city guard around.
Yeah, you turn the top of that thing very slowly, and you slowly slide it. And as you kind of peek up, even with that perception check, you can see there are a few city guards moseying around, but they're currently helping the market people straight down their shops for the morning, because everything gets broken down and then built back up in the day.
All right, we gotta go right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna hop out, and then I'm gonna sort of wave my hand.
Oh God, this is so... Go to the temple. This is so badass. Okay, all right. I haven't been to a temple since I was like a kid.
Okay, well, great. Let's go in this one.
All right, so all of you guys, quietly, heads low, sneak your way into the temple, crack open that door and close it.
Yeah.
And you know very quickly that in Candlekeep, this temple, like, again, one of the most revered temples is the Temple of Agma, essentially. As you walk in, you see that door directly to the left where that whole showdown went. The kind of meeting grounds in the bookcase area. As you filter through the different pages, making your way towards the end, very quietly through the temple, which is now stone cold quiet. It's a little eerie. It is a weekend at a temple on a very late at night. You can hear a couple chanting, maybe some people doing deep prayers, but none of them seem to be occupied with you guys or curious about you. As you sneak through and very quickly get to the last page, open up the door very quietly, those big wooden doors, and close it behind you. Right away, that scent of embalming fluid hits your nose. Usually not pleasant, but right now kind of nice, just because you know you're in the right area. Yeah. As you bolt down the stairs and make your way towards where you believe Lettie and Miriam would be. In a panic, you're running through. It does take about 10 minutes for you guys to make it towards the area where you think that Lettie and Miriam would be. But finally, as you are nearing and rounding that corner, you can hear kind of conversation casually in the distance, and this is what you hear.
So yeah, I went, to the park and with this boy, and he was so dreamy.
Oh, that sounds so cute. I love hearing stories about the outside.
Yeah, he loved my freckles. But I was very nervous, and I didn't even want to hold his hand.
Oh, did you?
Well, yeah, because his Fanduka came out, and she just grabbed him by the you-know-what.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Lettie, I've just had so much fun the past couple of days.
Me too. It's so nice.
As soon as I hear Lettie's voice, I'm just gonna shout, Lettie!
What? Did you just hear
Lettie,
that?
Is that Fanduka? How you throw your voice?
I can't throw. I can change. I can't throw. Starla!
Oh, yes.
I run to the door and quickly swing it open and scream out, Starla!
Essentially, as you do that, Starla has just gotten to the door, so you scream it. She's right there.
Like right above my head.
Sorry.
I'm right here.
And
I might be
in panic, you see two other people kind of hit the back of Starla in unison, kind of jarred. You see this kind of young-looking boy with kind of tousled hair. He looks he's got like a Brendan Urie look to him. So that's a Panic at the Disco sort of emo.
Were you not there when we fought in the...
I was not.
with him?
No, she has not met Reckon.
I've been studying and looking things up
All
for a
right.
long time.
Well, I thought we were all in the tunnel together.
And then the other person who runs up behind is actually a familiar face. You've met Heddy before, who is currently right by Reckon and Starla.
And I look at the boy, immediately get a little shy, and trying to hold down my other characters because they're trying to take over to be not shy.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, sorry, I have a little problem. I just my
Lettie,
voice.
it doesn't matter right now.
It's very cute.
Yeah, but we don't have time for that. Because everyone's charmed.
What?
Everyone's charmed. Everyone is fighting with Cobalt. Everyone is on Cobalt's team right now.
What?
And I'm not. And
One of the
Heddy's
names
not.
in the book.
Yeah. Celine's ex.
What?
He did something to her. She's down.
I knew it.
She's down right now.
She's down?
down.
She's not.
She's
not dead.
gray. I don't know. She was on the floor, and then he did the same thing to Druzilda, and Huck isn't Huck, and they all tried to fight, and
What
they all
have you
tried to
been
fight
doing?
me.
I live for 1 second, and this whole world falls apart.
Yeah, we need you right now, Lettie.
Well, wait, okay. Well, where do we go? What do we do?
Well, wait. I mean, everyone's still at the party. I think. I don't know.
This doesn't sound like a very good party.
No, it was a nightmare.
It was not a good party.
It was a nightmare.
Hello,
But I did vogue and I put on a
hello,
dance
darling.
show.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing
I've missed
so
you so
well.
much.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see
We'll
you.
talk later.
Okay, yes.
Yes. Do you remember that everyone is like screaming right now?
Miriam kind of like nervously, skittishly stands up from the desk and walks over, pushing aside some papers that fall down nearby. She goes forward. She goes, this sounds quite dangerous and alarming.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's something I can help with. I have my nerves and certain
Do you have
things will not allow me to leave.
Do you have any information on things that bite other things but also have wings?
Bites and has wings. Yes. And she kind of runs away and she takes a moment. She shifts, she looks through a book nearby, a familiar section that you guys have actually been diving into, Lettie, sort of the stories of things that don't look the way that you would expect. You guys are doing a lot of research on things that can change their face or change their body. This seems to be a thing that Lettie has really been asking, Miriam has been asking you about. So it takes a moment as she kind of sifts through it and she goes, yes, there are tales of a creature that can bite, and it has ability to make others very charmed by its presence and its abilities, but it's an incredibly old tale, one that is kind of within lore and folklore, but I do believe that these creatures exist. They're called vampires.
Oh, great. Well, we met one, if not 4 or 5.
There's vampires
what?
there.
Yeah, how do you kill one? Just how?
I don't know. And she kind of like freaks out and looks through the book. A few moments she go through, then there's all different ways they say, but there's no concise evidence.
Okay, can you give me a quick list?
It says you can and she kind of gives you like a very long list, and it does sound like there's nothing definitive. It's almost like 50 different ways in the folklore and tale.
It's like poke him in the forehead,
Yeah.
stab him in the heart, set him on fire.
Yep, it's just the longest list of like
Find a
people
baby
who-
animal, throw it at him. I don't know.
That's perfect. That's seriously what it's full of. There are some
Great.
in there that sound more nature-based than others. Things like, fire and water and wind and earth. It's a lot of lore work. But as you guys are kind of sifting through this and trying to talk it through, let me check and see what she finds. It's pretty good. As she's sifting through this book of lore on these creatures called the Children of the Night, essentially. She's kind of sifting through it, and a moment passes that she reads about what could happen to the children of this creature, the others that it brings into its fold.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she's getting a little nervous as she kind of looks to you and she goes, "There's not much on this, and I think in order for me to do my research appropriately, I might need to go to a different library within Candlekeep, one of the reserved
sections to try to find information. I have my connections and I can work on that. But Professor Adewald is supposed to meet with me quite soon, and between all of this and everything, I'm just... He's supposed to be here tomorrow, I believe, and...
What time is he coming?
He usually meets at a very specific time of day, which is right around midday.
Have you guys seen him?
I mean, we did kill that shapeshifter that was looking like him.
It was a shapeshifter, as you predicted.
I think it did change its shape, and then it was blue when we killed it.
Oh, was that with the thing? You guys were just screaming when you ran past us the last time. That
Yes.
Yeah.
And I stayed in the room.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was pretending to be Professor Adewald.
The thing that was walking around the library upstairs.
It talked to me. It came into here and we were chatting for a bit. Oh goodness. Oh me. Oh my.
I'm sorry to break it to you.
So
no,
you
this
aren't
is
sure
This
that
is good.
But
It means
that's-
that you are correct and that I should have not been trusting him. He was just so easy to talk to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh gosh.
But also, maybe that means there's one last thing on your to-do list and on your brain right now.
Yes, and I
That's
know you
lovely.
mentioned it, but
I
I
like
just
that things are
didn't.
cleared out.
I can't believe it.
Um,
She kind of like sits to herself and really takes in the fact you got rid of this threat.
Was it actually him or was it a shapeshifter?
Well, it was a shapeshifter pretending to be him.
So then do we still have to kill him?
I don't know if he's even alive. If someone's out there pretending to be him.
Oh my god.
We have another shapeshifter thing, I don't know, pretending to be Cobalt.
Oh goodness. So we have to go back and save the girls, is that what you're saying? Or the people? Because we do have an
Yeah.
I mean,
unlikely
I would
route.
recommend these creatures, from what I can glean, are very, very charming. As she looks at the book, but then also looks at the hooved creature, who, Heddy kind of gives like a little, like kind of a coy little smile and a wave, knowingly, and she says, "There are certain creatures that are very strong with these sorts of abilities, and I fear that you may be out of your jurisdiction.
Well, how do we save our friends, though?
I think the safest thing you can do is try to follow them or watch and observe. I mean, this is a scientific study of sorts, and if they have not yet..."
So should we put, some sort of shield around us, or like a misty step so they can't see us?
Well, Misty Step will definitely help you get away, I believe, if they were to
Yeah,
chase
we-
you.
we'll
So
probably
So
need
we don't want to make ourselves. I have invisibility.
invisibility
That
would
would
be
help
good.
you,
And
yeah.
I have an ability as well to bestow invisibility on others.
Please
Well,
do that
sounds
so I don't
great.
have to use mine.
Yes.
I mean, we still might need you to use yours because there's 4 of us right now.
Oh, true.
it can only last an hour, and I can only get 2 people. So
Okay.
Well, I'll stealth to my stealthiest abilities.
I think for safety's sake, I would like for you to have it. And maybe your friends here can... that she specifically looks at Wreck-It. He was like, "This place is so cool. Where am I?" Like, he's totally out of his element. And she goes, "Maybe some friends should stay nearby where you know you can find them and not accompany you. I have a feeling this one maybe is a little..." And he's like, "Wait, we were gonna go try to attack this. Oh gosh. Oh man.
No, you can
Oh,
stay
I'm-
here.
It's
Just
so
stay
pretty.
here. Or
Okay.
maybe, I don't know.
It's like, talk to this
somewhere,
book lady.
Get somewhere safe.
Yeah, can you help
Be
her?
somewhere safe that we can find you.
You guys are
just
like
in
the
case we
coolest and
need-
scariest people I've ever met.
Thank you.
You're like
But,
the coolest, dreamiest person I've ever met.
Oh, hey,
Ready?
do you want a tattoo?
Sorry, but
No, she doesn't want a freaking tattoo.
sorry, that's happened sometimes.
Anyway, so I guess we're not gonna attack this thing because, I mean, honestly, we don't really have the ability. I just want to save our friends.
Well, I'm going to make you invisible, and Miriam's going to make my darling Heddy. Wait, our names rhymed. I can't believe it. And she's going to make him invisible.
Yes.
So
I put down, my kind of glasses for a moment and close my eyes and wave my arms around and kind of do this aura cleanse over Starla.
Yeah.
And, it's just very cute, but also very magical. Cute and magical.
Cute and magical, the epitome of Starla. Well, actually,
No,
Lettie.
not
Yeah.
me. I was like, I am not magical in the
She's
least.
a little bit magical.
So you kind of slowly see her form melt away, Starla, as you look around at you, and you're slowly becoming invisible, piece by piece.
It's like a blanket of stardust.
Blanket of stardust as she slowly dissolves.
Because there's like flowers, because she's an Eladrin elf, so there's like flowers that kind of you see for a second and then they go invisible as it drips
Beautiful.
down.
Miriam, she's like, oh, I need to learn how you do that. I'm very cut and dry. As she like bops you like Cinderella's fairy godmother, like on the nose, and then she bops Heddy on the nose, and the two of you guys slowly drip away into this sort of stasis of invisibility. You hear her say, I believe this is only going to last about an hour. And make sure you guys stay quiet, hold each other's hands. It will be hard to see where one another are going because everybody here is pretty much invisible. But I know I'm talking to you right now because I can hear your very, very deep, low breathing, Heddy. He's like, yeah, you don't know what that is. He's like, sorry, I have a breathing condition. Wreckage just like, this is sweet. This is so scary and cool, but you guys know I'll be down here if you need me, right?
Yes, I
Great,
do.
thank you so much, Ray.
Wait, is your name Wreckit? Like Wreckit?
No,
Ralph?
like
I've heard
Wrecked,
that one.
like Wrecked, like Rekked, like I'm Wrecked.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's very.
Yeah,
That's
I know
pretty
he's
cool.
very dangerous and very bad boy
I am.
until you see him in battle. Let's go.
Wait, what? You guys leave and holding each other's hands.
And Lettie kind of just like is reaching out towards him because she's, going through the change, as they say sometimes. But the one when you're younger, her puberty's upon her, and because she's younger than most of the girls, so she kind of just, well, I'll talk to you later, reaching out.
Yeah, he'll
yeah,
be
pulled
here.
the other way.
And the good news is he might have to heal us, so he could be your savior later. But right now,
Dreamy.
yeah, right.
I just hope that no
But now
books
Lettie-
doesn't come out.
I'm gonna snap in front of her face.
Sorry,
as
sorry,
we're
sorry.
going through the catacombs.
Where you feel her faces, it kind of gets up
Yeah.
by her cheek.
Well, I just go where the sound is coming from.
Yeah.
And you guys run.
Oh yeah,
And
no
you
one
guys
saw
begin
me
to
be.
make your
No
way.
one saw me with my arms outstretched forlornly.
No. But I heard you whispering
you
to
did.
yourself
Okay,
about how dreamy he is.
so you guys run and you run back in the direction you came from. You go as quickly as you can. You will know that your invisibility will at least get you through the main area up to the
Mhm.
school much quicker. You don't have to go the back routes.
Yeah.
You don't have to go up things. You can actually just run up the stairs to the main castle in the sky. Passing the guards at the front might prove difficult. You definitely know that there are special spells that make sure that kids who are trying to sneak out and be invisible aren't able to get in. So once you guys walk up to the main gates that lead into the castle ward of the college, can I please have you roll a quick perception check to try to figure out a way to get in without being caught?
Me too.
Yes, both of you.
oh great.
That'll be a dirty
Play the
20.
game, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh great, I love to play games.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice.
We have to do what? What do we
Just roll a
Perception.
quick perception check.
Oh good.
Nice.
So just nice. So you're looking around in panic, but all of you guys holding hands, invisible, trying to see what you can see. Lettie, you're not able to really glean anything. Neither is Heddy, who seems a little preoccupied with just trying not to breathe loudly. Starla, as you look around, you can catch that the guards, they seem to be kind of doling around, and just sort of like chatting casually to one another. It's kind of late at night, and you can hear them whispering. You can hear them talking about this dang party that a bunch of their buddies are at, and how they like kind of wish that they were at the party too, and it seems like a good time, but they just graduated a few years ago, and going straight into city watch and guards is pretty good pay, especially since they weren't that good in school. So you kind of hear this discussion going on. As they're chatting, you can hear them say, one of them go, bro, but in college, like I dropped out after 1 year. Once you could have transferred over, but I learned invisibility. And one of them's like, what? Do you want to go to the party and just like for a little bit? I can turn off the sensors. You can kind of hear this chatting happening as they're kind of going back and forth. There's like an undercut deal, and you can see the two of them kind of shake their hand that one of the guards is going to actually cast invisibility on the other guard so he can go in and go party for a little bit. And he's kind of trying to play it off. I mean, you guys are standing right by him by 5 feet and listening very actively as he kind of whistles to himself, goes over, hits a couple of these sort of arcane switches that he turns and twists with his hand. And you can see like almost like a shield, a glimmer of a power down at the front gate.
And you can hear him go, okay, bro. Bring me back some of those balls, all right? Some of those like shot balls of shots. I don't know what they're called. Just bring me back a few of them.
But honestly, as soon as I see that thing lift,
Yeah.
I'm gonna book it.
So you just go, you grab
Yeah.
Heddy and Lettie, and you just get tugged. Heddy and Lettie just very quickly, as Starla had been listening very actively for sort of any entrance point. It was about 5 minutes on the outskirts, and you guys are probably about 20 minutes or so into your invisibility right now as you're just making your way in. There's a moment that you feel like you kind of brush nearby a large physical body, and there you can hear like the other guard's voice go, "What was that?" But like you don't know, and it seems to just be the win for him as he continues to make his very loud, because he's wearing like full armor, march towards the party. So you guys run inside. So you're in the main entrance, the main foyer, sort of. It lets into the halls. There's a very, very grand entrance hall. It's beautiful, beautiful old antique chandelier. And there's sort of this red velvet carpet with gold trim that leads out into all the different halls. From the columns and the arches, in a distance, you can already see the quad. You get a beautiful view of the quad and a gorgeous, gorgeous statue of this creature that just has water dripping from its hands and fingertips. It kind of glides down its body. It's the main school's statue here. You guys don't know what the god is, but you just know that this is a very refined sort of ancient statue. Maybe one of the first things ever created, erected here at school. You guys run in. You can already hear sort of the party banging from a distance, though it's quite muted. It seems like it's rather turned up, and people are trying to create ways to kind of dissolve the noise, or everyone's just currently partying. It's hard to tell because it's such a cacophony of sound. But as you kind of run down the main hall, dip past the eating and dining area, make your way around a corner where you guys know there's a lot of sort of like high-end offices, counseling centers, the whole 9 yards. You make your way into the main quad, and it is like that murmur, that buzz. It's a party, and it's so loud that it's almost hard to tell because it sounded just like white noise.
Yeah.
As you walk in, and people are talking and chatting. The main entrance point is a little less cluttered, but the moment that you get into the quad, there's probably about 300 kids spread out. And in the corner where you know your friends are, it's like a concert that is packed. You just can't even get in that direction, essentially.
So as we're getting there, I'm gonna whisper to Lettie, give her the lowdown of everything that had happened. So Celine got bitten by Cobalt. She was acting real weird, and then she tried to attack Druzilda, and she attacked Huck, and then Cobalt like did something, and then she like passed out and was on the floor, and then he did the same thing to Druzilda, but Druzilda's not on the floor yet, and everyone just tried to attack, and I think they all are under his influence.
Covault. See, and you hear this chanting in the distance as like this drumming starting to happen, and you guys kind of step back nearby one of the columns and watch. The party is going and thumping, but it starts to kind of dissolve in the center, and there's this almost like parting of the sea as the door opens from the divination school's doors. Walking out in full form, kind of chant, like as his name's being chanted, is Cobalt. Directly behind him are all of his boys, who currently just look like the buddies that you had seen initially from up in the area that is directly against the balcony area where Fruit
I'm
was.
lean over to Lettie, and all the boys behind him looked like scary winged things in leather pants.
The most interesting thing is that you see the arms of these boys. All of them have their arms slumped over your friends. So a few of them, one of them has Druzilda in his arms. The other one has, it's kind of buddy linked up with Farouk, kind of chatting with Huck on the other side of him. And you catch most predominantly that Celine is right next to Cobalt, kind of walking, looking very lovingly at her boyfriend. There's a moment that he calms down the crowd as he gets to the center of the quad. So now everyone's kind of filtered in and around him. All these 300 kids all around. You hear a couple jeers and shouts like, take him down. You're not going to win the next game, buddy. As you can kind of hear the shouting happening over the events of the proceeding. But his friends kind of get his buddies to shut up. A lot of the kids who were just in that party too all filter out, kind of walking in unison and like stand around in the corner and are all chanting for Cobalt.
Are they all doing everything
It's hard.
in unison, like at the same time?
Not really.
Oh,
There's
okay.
like staggered, but they do seem to be a little rather intoxicated or entranced. It's like there's a bit of it's a bit of crowd and mob mentality happening right now, at least at an initial viewer's point of view. But Starla, you have a different sort of insight and a different understanding of what might actually be going down.
And I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Lettie, and see, when I left, there were lots of people screaming, lots of terrifying noises. But now this is happening, so I don't trust it.
So, as this is going down, and Kovalt's kind of calming everything down, all the kids are filtering out of the common room. There were about 100 in there, and you catch there's not as many that are leaving, which is kind of interesting. But now the quad is full of about 350 kids just chanting and shouting as Kovalt's trying to kind of calm them down and begins a speech, and you hear this in the distance. You guys are about, I would say, 40 feet away from him, just watching. And also it's hard to see because everyone's so tall. So Starla, Heddy kind of like motions and like on his shoulders, like he tries to like put your hand on his shoulder. He's like, you can, if you want, you can stand on my shoulders.
Okay, this could be really hard because I can't really see where I'm going.
It's
So
okay.
maybe-
It's okay. Just try. It's a little awkward as you kind of like get wobbled on, but you do stand and you can see better. And he's like, oh, you're quite light.
I can feel. I just grab. I feel his head and I grab his horns.
Yeah, you grab onto his horns and you just study. It's okay. That's what they're there for. I enjoy it.
Yeah, they are.
Scissor, please.
So as you stand up,
Starla's gonna loosen her grip on those horns a little bit, like.
I'm very
It's not
sorry
like
about
that.
that. Sometimes my inner animal comes out.
So you guys are watching in the distance, and you see him calm everybody down, and he begins this sort of speech, and he says, "Listen, a lot of you guys didn't know who I was before this. I was kind of quiet and kept to myself, but I'm excited to say my girl Celine here." And she kind of smiles and looks out and smiles and like nods and waves to everybody. "We're back together for good. So if you know who to vote for prom king and queen, it's these two." And everyone's like, "Go vote Celine! Go vote Celine!" It's like this chant. He's like, "Oh, please, 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 please. It was only one game. It was only one game. Okay, everybody, keep partying." As everyone like starts to drink and cheer once more. He's like, "We're gonna go have some fun." And then he gives a nod and says goodbye as all of his buddies and him start to kind of collect and move in a different direction and seem to almost be going somewhere upstairs to the second or third level.
All right, well, we're gonna follow them.
Grab my hand. Somebody, give me a horn or a hand or a hoof.
Grab Heddy's hand because I'm gonna ride Heddy.
Okay, Heddy.
And I reach out and try to grab
Oh,
something.
that's okay.
Okay.
That tickled. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, there it is. My horn.
It
Yes,
didn't
just grab
tickle
the other
very
side.
much, honey.
Oh,
Please.
it's Shh. Hush.
Gosh. Oh, sorry.
So very quietly, the three of you, while Starla, while you're on his shoulder still.
Yeah, I want to be able to see.
They cut their way through the main crowd, make their way up one of the winding corners and up to the second floor, and then up to the third floor, surprisingly. As they're kind of weaving and making their way through this area, it's getting nearer to about 11 o'clock at night now. It's getting towards midnight, true night. As he gets upstairs and takes a moment, looks around, seems kind of out of ear and eye shot, and his four buddies who are around him as well, all kind of sneer and snicker with your fellow friends in their arms and their steads. The kind of guys in the ruse kind of drops as his four friends let go of your party members who are currently with them. And as he kind of looks to Celine and has his arm slumped over her and he then kisses her on her cheek, he says, "God, that was so easy, wasn't it?" And the girl kind of looks and smiles at him, and she goes, "It was, wasn't it?" And you can just tell that it's like not Celine's voice right away. So you hear the two of them kind of whisper to one another. It's hard to hear from where it was, but he laughs and cackles and walks in the direction of at least what appears to be initially Professor Adewell's office, or at least the former office on the third floor. Makes his way in that direction, walks over, tries for the door, takes a moment, it's locked, kind of nods to one of his buddies. His buddy walks over. Moment, you can hear it click and you can hear the door swing open as they all make their way inside.
This is who Huck was supposed to meet.
Hawk was supposed to meet someone.
Oh, yeah. Huck found a notebook after we killed that shapeshifter.
Yeah.
and he was ratting to someone, and it seems like it must have been Cobalt because they were supposed to meet at Professor Adderwald's office
Huck.
at midnight.
Huck was going to be the bad guy.
Well, I mean, we were all going to be here, but he didn't know that it was Huck supposed to meet him.
Well,
He thought it was Adderwald.
Have they left the door open?
Yeah, the door's currently still open. They're still filtering in.
Okay, so we're Lettie, and it just says
we should follow them, don't you think?
I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Maybe our girls and boys are in there.
Well, yeah, we watched him go in.
Oh, they are, but that's not them. It didn't sound like Celine.
Well,
Unless she has the
Celine
same
was the only
advantages that my brain has. She's not changing her voices.
Well, yeah, but I mean, unless they left all of them downstairs, Celine was the only one that was not conscious when I left.
Where was she?
On the floor.
Well, somewhere. Her body's somewhere.
The door is beginning to close behind
We
them.
gotta go.
Do you guys want to go inside?
Yes.
All right, roll stealth checks, including Heddy. You guys
Great.
get advantage with
Great.
advantage
My
plus 10.
rolling is the worst. I don't even know which dice to use because they all stink. Maybe if I use my box.
Okay. And then I got to roll for these
This
babies.
is stealth, Tony.
Dirty 20.
Plus
Really?
Yeah, baby.
10. But
Okay.
also plus 10, right?
Plus 10. Plus 10.
30.
I got 28.
Because apparently...
You guys are very lucky. Y'all are very, 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 very quiet. Because the moment y'all get in, the door closes behind you, and you can hear Cobalt nod to one of his buddies. Check around the room. And they just do like a full sweep as they kind of touch things, they turn things over.
We're all sort of shuffling, like as a group.
Yeah.
Like everywhere they go, we're just shuffling.
They are avoiding the center area, an area that you guys know to be, at least you know to be Starla, an area that leads to a second direction. You can tell they're actively not going in the center.
Huh.
As there's a moment, Cobalt kind of looks around and checks the room, and he goes, "Stop! Someone's been in here." And you can just tell, like, he starts to sweep around. He looks at the way that everything is, and he can just, there's a moment he goes up to some of the closets in the back, and he opens them up, and he's like, I can tell. I can sense it. Why would Adderwald come here if he told everybody to meet us here at midnight? I mean, he should have been, you guys know him, right? And like all of the other ones kind of laugh and they're like, oh yeah, the shits. Yeah, he gets this a lot. Yeah, the poor guy. They're kind of like a moment of them all.
I'll explain it later. Okay.
I mean,
Damn it, Brit, I keep going British.
You can, what?
I keep going British.
You go to this.
It's very hard not to when everyone around you's doing it, darling.
But you
Yeah,
can
I
kind of
know.
hear Cobalt just take a moment and sit up on top of one of the desks, almost breaking it in half from its pure strength. As he hops on one of the desks nearby and he goes, okay, listen. I need you all to be quiet. Let me take the credit for tonight because it was all me. And you can hear his buddies kind of like roll his eyes and cross their arms in the distance. And he's like, and we'll do whatever they need us to do, as they often do. Motherfucker. You can just hear him kind of whispering it under his voice. Moment passes and he licks his lips and he looks towards Celine and he's like, and how about you stay the way you are and then we can have some fun explaining things. And then he looks to everybody else, your other friends who are in the corner standing. They look like they're just standing in like almost eyes glazed over. You see Farouk sitting in a corner. You see who appears to be Celine standing nearby and kind of nodding toward in the direction of Cobalt. You see Huck kind of in a daze. You even see Buck in a daze, and like just like eyes, raccoon eyes glazed over, looking out into outside of his overalls with his two little arms dangling outside the front pocket, just completely entranced.
Not baby Buck.
You also see Farouk and Druzilda. They're just all standing there, just completely
like robots.
Yeah, like robots. Like they're watching, but are they?
Yeah.
And there's this moment that he kind of laughs to himself. He's like, I feel like someone's going to be very happy tonight with what we did. And he just kind of waits. Until then, continue to have fun. And the four buddies in the back like kind of pull out some bottles from their clothes and start to drink and hang out and party in the back and trash the room in the corner. So, as this is happening, and you guys are still invisible, knowing that there's probably no more than 20 minutes left, and come midnight, your invisibility will likely be dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to invite back everybody but Celine.
Oh, man.
So, if you guys can't tell, there has been only two people in the room currently, Lettie and Starla, because we had to see how this all played out. And now I just need the four other
So good to
teammates
be back.
Yeah.
moment passes as they seem to almost not be registering or listening to anything that's happening right now. Cobalt takes a moment as he hops off the desk in the office and looks to all of his buddies. He goes, I gotta take a piss. And he walks out. And then he opens the door again. He's like, I don't piss, but you know what I mean, boys. And they kind of like laugh as he walks and closes the door behind him and makes his way out.
What do you mean he doesn't piss?
You don't see me, but Starla's shaking her head and trying to look at you and putting up her arms like, what does that even mean?
Lettie's doing the same thing, but she realizes that no one can see her, and she kind of does the dope on her head.
So
We're invisible, guys.
So as this is happening, there's currently the 4 boys and Celine, and then 3 of you currently invisible in here with about 20 minutes to go. What do you guys want to do?
Okay, so
Do we try to wake him up? Silently, like
I think one of us should go poke one of them.
I can go poke.
Or
one
we
of
can
them.
use Mage Hand
Do
to do it for us, just in case.
Can
I
you
don't
use
know.
Mage Hand to like slap one of them across the face?
Yes, I can.
You have a feeling though that
Okay, maybe
in
not.
this environment, any spell casting would alert the
Shit.
people in the
So
room
we
to
have
your
to just go
whereabouts.
poke it out.
I'll
You know
go.
what I mean? We could all poke it
I'll
out.
go up to. I'll go up to Huck.
Okay, very quietly go
But
up to Huck.
we all still connected.
I'm
Yes.
gonna. Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go poke Huck. Do we all want to go together?
I want to poke Huck. I want to poke Huck.
Okay, well then let's all go together.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So Heddy, you
Keep
can
keep pulling
I'm just
hands.
holding
keep
onto
pulling
someone's
hands.
shirt. I'm holding onto the fur of, or the what is it? What is
Am
it?
I
What
s-
is it?
wait, I
Huh?
forget.
his like his horn.
Am I still
Hold on.
riding Heddy?
Yes.
I'm holding onto Heddy's fur. He has
Okay,
fur, right?
Okay, then I'm gonna
Yeah,
hop
he has
off.
fur.
I'm gonna
I'm
hop
holding
off
onto
his
like
shoulders.
tufts
Yeah.
of hair.
I'm gonna hop off his shoulders. I'm gonna grab his hand. Hopefully,
Oh yeah.
what I think is his hand.
It's a little grabby hand. Yeah, you can.
Good.
hope
It's
it's
because
his
we're
hand.
invisible. I have no idea what's happening. And so I'm gonna sneak up to Huck,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna
Grab
I'm
his
gonna
back.
flick his ear.
Yeah, you flick Huck's ear, but there's like no response. It's like doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna flick Buck's nose.
You flick Buck's nose. Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
I wonder if we have to go follow the other guy and hurt him in some way so it breaks his spell over
No,
these
he
people.
he's real strong. He's real strong.
Like we couldn't take him.
No.
Well, I don't know how to wake these people.
I mean, not just the 3 of us, for sure.
Yeah, but if we don't have anyone else and they're all under some spell, how do we get it off? And we can't use magic.
I mean, I guess if we want to try, but I just don't want any more of us to turn
so-
into what.
How quiet are we talking? Are there other people in this room?
You guys are yes. So
Oh,
only
shit.
about 20 feet away are those 4 other folks partying pretty hard, and then Celine like staring and looking out at everybody, like almost like watching and waiting too, in a way.
I wonder if
Oh, we can't use magic. I was gonna say I could do a distraction.
Yeah, but I can sure as hell stab someone.
we can. I forgot about that because I'm so sweet that I don't like to kill people.
Oh well, you know,
But
welcome to my life.
hold on, let me get someone else out here again.
All right, what we gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna. I just don't like this fake Celine standing around.
No, I don't like any of these people. Are you kidding me? Let's do this. Let's kill everybody except for our people.
Do you have any?
And then maybe the spell.
Do you
will
have
break.
any like area of effect type spells, like ones that like a bomb? You know, but
well,
like not
I feel
a
like
big,
we're not
big
allowed to
enough
use
bomb.
spells. Remember, so we just gotta go up
Well,
to the stab.
it'll just alert them.
I think we gotta
I
stab
could
them.
dance, but nobody can see me right now. So it is
Unfortunately,
a problem.
honey, this dance isn't gonna get you anywhere tonight. You know, not like usual. All right, I think that we're not allowed to use spells because they would see it. They
Yeah,
would
but
feel it.
also if we're gonna use a big like explosive attack, they're gonna know anyway.
But I don't think we should make a big explosive attack because the other guy in the bathroom was not pissing. Will hear us.
I feel like pissing was a metaphor for something. I'm not the smartest person, but I feel like it wasn't really peeing.
Well, he said he wasn't. He doesn't pee. I don't know. I'm
maybe
gonna
he's going to take a poo.
Take.
Oh wait,
Maybe like take a piss. Like I didn't know.
So Lettie, Lettie, stay out of here, right? Okay, listen. I think we should just stab him.
All right.
I can ram them.
You should. Okay, there's 3 of them.
Well, no, there's 4, and then the one that you said looks like Celine, but
Correct.
isn't Celine.
We can't kill her because what if it's not Celine? Or should we kill her? What do you think?
Well, I mean, it wasn't her voice.
It wasn't her voice. Right. All right. So we have four or five people we gotta
4 to
take
5.
out.
Yeah. I don't have any sort of.
Great.
I can.
So no,
I can-
I thought we weren't gonna do spells.
Do we
were just gonna take 'em
want,
out.
if we're going to take one out, do we want to focus on one of them at first?
And
Do
see
we
what
all want to
happens.
attack
All right.
one and then yes?
They won't know where it's coming from. I think because we're all invisible, we should spread out in different areas of the room. This is just what I'm saying. I don't know if it's right. Okay.
Okay, but
Spread out
I do
different areas
know
of the
that
room.
in these spells, if we do hurt people, I think they go away. So that is an important thing to note, right? Don't they? I don't know how it works.
I didn't learn enough in this magic school
Neither
to
did I.
know any of this
No,
stuff.
listen. I
have
never
lots of
listened
friends
class.
in
That
the
was Lettie.
forest who like to visit me invisibly. At least that's what I tell myself. So, in this case, I do think that as long as we don't hurt people, right? I don't know how it exactly works, but we'll just try. Let's just go. Let's go for it.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna stab him. We should do magic.
I don't know. It's
Should
up to
I-
you.
I mean,
What do you have? Like, what can you?
boy,
What
do I
spells
have?
do you?
That's
have?
a good question here, right? I don't know. I didn't pay attention to
Oh,
class.
I see one that looks.
I got
I
Blade
think-
Ward, I got Mage Hand, Vicious Mockery, Comprehend Languages, Healing Word. No, we don't need that. Hideous Laughter, Thunder Wave, Blindness, Deafness, Misty Step, Shatter. I got other things too. Lehman's Tiny Hut. Who knows what that is? Someone told me about it, and I was like, all right.
I don't really know how it's all going to work. But if you guys want me to attack one person or several, I'm a little nervous. I'm going to
I mean,
definitely.
Well, mind if
Tinkle.
it's people within 10-foot
We're all
radius? Are they all close by? They're 20 feet, so I'm
They're
gonna
20
have
feet
to-
away.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to walk a little bit.
Yeah, we can sneak up a little bit.
And then I'm gonna present Shatter. And,
That sounds
yeah,
spicy, and I like it.
yeah.
All right.
But you know what? When I cast it at 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8.
So do you want to cast it at 3rd level?
I think we should.
All right.
So 3rd level.
So you guys are gonna have a round of action against them that is a surprise attack round, and then they will have a chance to roll initiative.
So would this count?
Mhm.
Because if it's a surprise attack,
Mhm.
does that mean we have advantage?
Advantage.
So then
Yep.
that means I get my extra d6.
Yep. All right. So are you guys all attacking one in particular at first? One of the guys partying, or are you guys gonna try
I'm
to spread
going
out
to
the damage?
anyone within a 10-foot radius. So I'm gonna walk over. Are any of them close together?
Oh, they're all standing next to each other,
Okay, well, then
except
I'm
for
going
except for the
right-
Celine one, who's about 10, 15 feet away, sitting nearby.
Okay, so I'm going for the dudes.
all
I
right.
can do Celine.
You do the Celine.
You're gonna focus on Celine.
I'm just focus on fake Celine.
Okay, sounds good. So you go up to fix Celine, get your daggers ready.
Okay, so if I have 2-weapon
Right.
fighting,
Mhm.
that means I can dual attack, right?
Yeah, you can stabby.
Sick. I might.
And very, you can just, as you guys are both leaving Heddy's hands, he goes, which direction should I go? I'm gonna go with Heddy. Go with Heddy. Yeah, good idea. Okay.
Yeah, but right now I'm Zizzle, but you know, it's neither here nor there.
Okay, so I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to ram into them with my horns after you do it. Okay,
Good.
ready to go. Let's do this.
This is not the right
These
time.
poop heads. All right. First and foremost, let's have Starla go.
All right, I would love to attack this fake Celine
Mm-hmm.
with my daggers. So that would be the first one is a 12 to hit.
With advantage?
Oh, with advantage. I forgot about advantage.
Mhm.
JK, that is a 17.
That will hit.
Great. And so then that is going to take 3d6 and 1d4.
Okay.
Ooh, that's some nice damage. That is going to be 18 points of damage
Nice.
on the first hit.
Nice.
piercing.
Yeah. So you kind of pop out as you stab, and then very quickly, as you stab into the leg, you hear like a gasp, and then these eyes, these like yellow iris eyes, look at you with this like
Ew.
anger.
And then I'm going to
Ew.
attack again.
All right.
With my
sounds good.
second,
Roll to hit.
16.
Yeah, that will hit for damage.
And that is oh, sorry, I lied. There should have been an additional 4 points of damage on that first
Oh,
one.
okay. Great. Keep going.
And then
Make
now
note.
there's 7 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Yeah, you take a moment and you stab and you stab. You can see it go into the leg, and this blood is kind of bleeding out. It's a deep, dark red. It's very thick red blood.
And how far away are my frozen allies right now from me?
Your invisible allies? Sorry,
No,
you're
no,
frozen?
my friends.
They're across the office, so about 10 feet away from where the party people are, and you're about 20 feet away from them.
Okay. Is there anything within a reasonable distance? Because I have 25 feet. To hide.
Yeah. There are sort of desks and piled shelves piled high with like low bookshelves and file cabinets piled high with books. So you could dip behind one of those.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, sounds good. Gonna dip away. They're gonna have an opportunity of attack against you because they can see you as you run off.
Oh, even as my bonus action?
Oh, you're using hide?
I'm using my cunning action.
Oh.
So as a bonus action, I get to dash, disengage, or hide.
Yes, I would say that hiding here, since you're within 5 feet within melee, would be hard to do. Like, you can't dip beneath, like, the desk that they're in. They know that you're beneath there. So you could disengage, but you could not hide here in this circumstance.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. That's why disengage is usually.
Yeah.
But you can disengage and run.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Disengage, drop back, pull behind that nearby area that you can see, and just hold there, hoping that you're not.
That I'm small enough.
But you can see that her hand comes out towards you to like grab you, but you're able to dip back just in time and miss it with your little halfling legs and run on.
Cool. Good thing I'm small.
Okay. That is your turn, and then it's Lettie.
All right, so I gotta roll a bunch of dice.
Let it out, let
These
it
are
go.
the right ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. We good. Hey, math. Oh, I love math. Is it 30? I think it's 30.
Ooh.
Wow. Really?
Man.
They should
Yeah,
probably, I
but
think
you
they
have to make a
make
Constitution saving throw. Everyone
They
with a 10-foot
do.
spear, and then a creature takes
But their
3d8
Constitution
thunder
isn't
damage on a
great
failed
right now.
save.
Yeah, because they've been drinking too.
But
so
also,
let me
if they're
see.
made of stone, crystal, or metal, it's a disadvantage. But I doubt they made it.
Well,
They're-
actually,
they're
they
already-
all rolled incredibly low because they've been partying, so they did not do a great job on this.
What is it? 28?
29.
29. Oh, it's not 30.
29 points of damage on
Yeah.
that, dude! And you did it to all of them.
Yeah.
I took
I
out of all of them?
No,
Nine.
not took out all
Damn.
of them, but like
Each
Like-
of them got 29 points.
yeah,
Really? That's how it is?
on that
Because-
shatter.
Yeah.
Well,
'cause
because I
it's
4d8 and then I went up to third
Yeah.
level and then I added one, so I have
Yeah.
5d8.
is
Yeah!
yeah.
I think I'm
So,
keeping this
can you
one.
describe to me like what happens when you point out this like and make this
and
loud ringing
My friends
noise?
are far enough away, yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm right next to these
Yeah,
people.
no, they're far enough
Um,
away. Yeah.
But the noise is kind of like, it's ringing, painful, intense. So I kind of like, just kind of put up my hands as if like there's something in my brain that's going nuts.
Yeah.
And because, there's lots of noise in there. So I just, all right, let's do this. And I kind of get all like female, like She-Hulk.
Yeah, and like your invisibility does pop out as you cast this out. Yeah.
Oh, and it's just kind of like, I go, yeah! like just in a weird sort of New York way.
Well, it sends like a New York style, like
New York State. It sends a New York state of mind. Would you say?
Yes. and they're not in a state of mind after that very
and
loud
then
ringing
it's
noise.
just like this loud, like the worst honking of a taxi in New York.
Yes.
Because it's coming from Rizzo, but it's like so it's like a honk,
two people,
but
just
it's like
scrape their
piercing honking. Sorry, my voice is so powerful. And then they're just all grabbing their ears, like that they heard, death in sound form.
Heddy takes a moment and looks to you and is just like, I think I'm in love. As you can hear him say that.
Honey, wait till Asenbachen gets here, then you'll really be in love, all right? It's fashion show.
Next time on the broadcast.
I want to mock them viciously.
Where is he?
Does anybody see Buck?
There wasn't a real Celine, but there's a girl impersonating her.
We're going to look for Celine. Do you want to come with us or them?
I'm going to go with you.
Hey, I'm Kimberly Daugherty, and I play Celine Tessar.
Hi, I'm Kellen Coleman, and I play Lettie Marie Ricecroft.
Hi, my name is Alice Greczyn, and I play Druzilda Slinderon.
Hi, I'm Erika Fermina, and I'm playing Starla Highhill.
Hi, my name's Rachel Seeley, and I am playing Huckle Oakley.
And I'm Kelly Lynne D'Angelo, your dungeon master and woman of many faces, creatures, and things unknown.
I'm Richard Quiner, and I produce this podcast in partnership with Wizards of the Coast.